there, and welcome to the 11th installation and final installation of Transitions. We've been working our way through the order of the reformer exercises. We've completed pelvic lift, and now we're going to finish our reformer with a series of 3 splits: the side splits, front splits, and Russian splits. It's a great series. It's very challenging. It feels nice. A lot of people are big fans of this series, and there's a nice way you can move through it so you have a really efficient way through these 3 exercises. So let's get started. You've finished your pelvic lift. You're going to step off the reformer, and we'll set up for side splits. So the first thing that happens is the foot bar goes down, and you're going to actually place a pad under the foot bar. The foot bar is going to hold it in place on one end, and this is for your foot that's on the frame. So while you're at this end, you're going to take it down to 1 spring. We were on 3, so I went down to 1. And if it feels more secure for your foot on the carriage to have a pad, you can certainly place this pad right across from this pad so that when you get your feet in place, you'll be in a straight line. I actually don't like having a pad there. I don't feel insecure with my foot placement, so I'm just going to use 1 pad on the frame. You'll step up with both feet on the carriage first. Place your foot carefully on the frame, make sure it's secure. And then this is really the start of the exercise. So you're going to heel toe your foot out. The carriage should not bang around. And then you'll take your position. You'll press out and hold, 2, 3, and then you'll pull it back in. And press out and hold, and pull it back in. 1 more time. And pull it back in. You're still pulling in so much that you're going to suck that foot back underneath you the way it got there. And then step the other foot to the carriage. You've left a little room for it. And you'll turn around facing the springs. So now you'll place your other foot carefully on the frame. And this is the first time you're standing on the reformer. And I always feel like I want to be a little extra vigilant so that I really keep my center and stay in control when I'm on top of the reformer. Again, this is an exercise for the inner thighs. You're going to use your inner thigh. Each time you move your foot, your inner thigh is working. This is the start of the exercise. When you get in place, you'll press out and hold, 2, 3, and then pull it back in. And press out and hold, and pull it back in. You can do a total of 3. Pull it back in. Keep that lifting as you bring the foot back underneath you. Leave room for your other foot. Return to the carriage, and then you'll step off. So now we'll go to the front splits. Again, we're going to start at the foot bar end. We'll take the pad away, set up the foot bar securely, and we're going to add a spring. So there's 2 springs for front splits, and then it'll stay the same, 2 springs for Russian splits. So I'm going to use the same pad that I did before in anticipation of where it goes for Russian splits. So this is where I'm going to place my pad because I feel secure with my feet on the carriage for the front splits. But if you would like to have pads for your feet for front splits, you're going to put 1 in front of each shoulder rest, and that'll be your pad setup for the front split. So I'm going to just go to 1 pad in anticipation of the Russian splits. And let's talk about the front splits for a moment. There are 2 versions. One where you start with the kneeling part, and one where the kneeling part is the last thing that you do. So I actually like starting with the kneeling part, so that's the one that I'm going to do. But either is perfectly fine. So I'm going to get right into position, 1 foot and knee, 1 foot on the bar, and then I'm going to go. I'm going to hold my balance and take a little stretch. And then keep the carriage as silent as you can. Come up to the standing and take your preparation. And then use control and come up for part 3. Take care to make your foot parallel when you place your knee down. And then we'll go to the other side. This is kind of your preparation for when you stand up for the last part. Keep the carriage still as you come through here. Use your stomach in control. and then take care to place your knee down without your foot turned to the side. So after you finish the front split, you'll step off and you'll face the back of the reformer for Russian splits. Your pad is already set, if you're me, and you're gonna put your hands on the shoulder rests to step on. Both feet go to the carriage, and you're gonna put the back foot on the foot bar first. Support yourself on your hands, place your front foot where your toe is in line with the eye bolt. Come into your big lunge, and then begin. Find your balance. Come back down. This is part 3. Support yourself, close the spring, move your foot so the heel is in the crease of the headpiece and the carriage. So it's going a little further forward. Then drop your head to your knee, square your hips as much as you can, and go. And you can do up to 3 of these. And then the front foot is going to come down first, then the back foot, and then you'll retrograde that on the way back up. So the back foot goes up first, front foot in line with the eye bolt, come to the bend, to the lunge. And then support yourself, close the spring, move the front foot forward, head to knee, and go. Again, support yourself, take your front leg down first, your back leg down next. Step off, and you are finished. One more thing before I go. I really enjoy, after a thorough reformation, a few of the rolling exercises on the mat. They feel so lovely after you've done all your reformer exercises. If you're a fan of rolling, it's a great time. If you're not a fan of rolling, it's an even better time to see the potential after the thorough reformation of your rolling exercises. Thank you so much for watching this series. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope if you have any questions, feel free to email me, send me a message on my blog, message me on Facebook. I would love to hear your comments and suggestions. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.